Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to Cozy English Pod. We're so happy to spend these moments with you today.
Yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for another calm, inspiring, and meaningful conversation.
Here on our channel, you'll always find simple English, gentle learning, and motivation to make your day a little brighter.
And don't forget, we also have short, fun, motivational videos with Jennifer and Ramsey. Perfect if you want a quick boost anytime.
Alex, I'm really curious. What have you prepared for today's episode?
Oh, something really special. Today, we're talking about something everyone experiences, but sometimes finds very hard to do.
And that is?
The power of saying sorry.
Yes, saying sorry. It seems simple, but it can change so much.
So stay with us, dear listeners. In today's episode, we'll explore why apologies matter, how they can heal relationships, and even bring peace to your own heart.
Let's begin. You know, Alex, sometimes saying sorry is harder than we think.
Really? How so?
Well, yesterday I accidentally knocked over my coffee and spilled it all over Ramsey's new notebook.
Oh no, that sounds serious.
It was. I thought, this is it. I'll never survive the angry looks.
And what did you do?
I said, I'm so sorry. And you know what? Ramsey laughed.
See, that's the magic of a simple apology. Sometimes a small "I'm sorry" can save the day and even make people smile.
Exactly. And it reminded me an apology is not weakness, it's courage and kindness in action.
But Sarah, you spilled my coffee last week and you didn't apologize.
Really? I don't remember. Maybe because you weren't upset with me at that moment.
Well, now I am upset.
Okay. Don't be mad. I'm sorry I spilled your coffee last week.
Your forgiveness is accepted.
See? Saying sorry doesn't hurt. It actually makes things better.
Sarah, have you ever stopped to think about the real power of the word sorry?
Not really. What do you mean?
A simple "I'm sorry" can do so much. It can heal hurt feelings, repair broken relationships, and even bring peace to your own heart.
Yes, sometimes we hold back because we feel embarrassed or weak.
But saying sorry is actually strength. It shows honesty, courage, and respect for others. It can stop small problems from turning into big ones.
It's amazing how a few letters, I'm sorry, can transform anger into understanding, conflict into friendship, and tension into calm.
Exactly. And the best part? You don't just help the other person feel better, you free yourself too.
Yes, saying sorry doesn't just fix the past, it opens the door for a better future. Dear listeners, have you noticed how many arguments in families or between friends, even between couples, start from something very small?
Yes, a forgotten message, a misunderstood word, or even a tiny mistake that seems unimportant.
And sometimes all it takes is a simple, sincere, I'm sorry, to calm things down and bring the relationship back to normal.
Exactly. A small apology can prevent days or even weeks of tension. It shows you care and it helps the other person feel valued.
Smiling softly, it reminds us that we don't need big gestures to fix things. Sometimes a few words, honestly said, can save what really matters. But Alex, one thing I really want to say, an apology must be real. It can't be fake or just words you say because you feel pressured.
Absolutely, Sarah. A fake apology can actually make things worse. It shows that you don't really care, and the other person can feel that.
Yes, I've seen it happen. Someone says, I'm sorry, so quickly, and you can just tell they don't mean it at all.
Exactly. A real apology comes from the heart. It's honest, humble, and shows that you understand the impact of your actions.
Because when it's real, it can heal wounds, restore trust, and even make your relationship stronger than before.
So remember, don't apologize just to say it. Apologize because you mean it, because that's where true strength and respect come from. Maybe we should also talk about how to give a real apology.
Yes, that's a good point. Because sometimes people say, I'm sorry, but they don't really know how to apologize properly.
Exactly. A real apology usually has three simple things.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Tell us.
First, admit the mistake. Say clearly, I was wrong.
Yes, taking responsibility is very important.
Second, say, I'm sorry sincerely. Not quickly, not carelessly, but honestly.
And the third?
Show that you want to do better next time. For example, I'll try not to repeat this mistake.
That's beautiful. Because when someone apologizes like this, you can really feel their sincerity.
And that kind of apology doesn't just fix the problem, it actually makes the relationship stronger.
Alex, be honest with us. Are you the kind of person who apologizes quickly when you make a mistake, or the kind who is too proud to say, I'm sorry?
Well, to be honest, most of the time I do apologize when I'm wrong. Sometimes I even apologize so much that it becomes a little funny.
Really? That sounds interesting. Okay, Alex, tell me, what's the funniest apology you've ever said?
Let me think. Ah, yes. One time I actually apologized to my plant.
Your plant?
Yes, I forgot to water it for 3 days, and when I finally remembered, I looked at it and whispered, I'm sorry. I promise I'll do better.
That's adorable. And you know what? It actually proves something important. You don't always need a big mistake to say sorry. Even small things can matter.
Exactly. Sometimes a small apology can bring a big smile.
I have a feeling you are very dramatic when you apologize.
What? No, I'm very calm and respectful.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, maybe one time I was a little dramatic.
Oh, this sounds interesting. Tell us.
Once I was late to meet a friend. I arrived 20 minutes late and I felt really bad.
That happens to everyone.
Yes, but when I arrived, I said, My friend, I sincerely apologize for this terrible delay. Please forgive my unacceptable behavior.
Alex, that sounds like a speech in a movie.
I know. My friend just looked at me and said, Relax, Alex, it's only 20 minutes.
So sometimes our apologies can be a little too dramatic.
Yes, but at least the intention was good.
And that's what really matters. This makes me think about something. If saying sorry can be so simple, why do some people find it so difficult?
That's a very good question. For many people, apologizing feels like admitting weakness.
Yes. Sometimes people think that if they say, I'm sorry, they are losing the argument.
Exactly. But in reality, the opposite is true. It actually takes courage to admit a mistake.
And sometimes it's pride. Our ego tells us, don't apologize.
Yes, pride can make a small problem grow into a big one.
When in reality, two simple words could solve everything.
I'm sorry.
Such a small sentence, but it can save friendships, relationships, and even families. All right. Alex, what happens when people never apologize?
Well, over time, small problems start to grow. A simple misunderstanding can turn into a long silence.
Yes, and sometimes people stop talking to each other, not because of a big problem, but because no one wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Exactly. When apologies disappear, relationships slowly become colder.
Small problems become big walls, and it makes it harder for people to connect.
Friends become distant, families argue more, and couples feel hurt without saying it.
And the sad part is, many of these problems could be solved with a simple and honest apology.
Two small words, but they can rebuild trust and bring people closer again.
Sometimes saying, I'm sorry, is not about who is right. It's about protecting the relationship. Dear listeners, never underestimate the power of a simple apology.
Sometimes we think saying I'm sorry is a small thing, but in reality, it can change a lot.
A sincere apology can calm anger, heal hurt feelings, and rebuild broken trust.
It can save a friendship, bring peace to a family, or make a relationship stronger again.
And sometimes the person waiting for your apology is not asking for much.
Just a few honest words from the heart.
So, if you know you made a mistake, don't wait too long.
Be brave enough to say,
I'm sorry. Dear listeners, we hope you enjoyed today's episode and found it helpful.
if you liked this conversation, don't forget to support the podcast by liking the episode and subscribing to the channel.
And of course, we would love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments what topics you would like us to talk about in future episodes.
Also remember that on our channel, you can find short and inspiring videos with Jennifer and Ramsey. Simple, positive, and perfect for quick learning moments.
Thank you for spending this time with us here on Cozy English Pod.
Take care of yourselves and spread kindness around you.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.